Our kids are Victor and Christian. Victor, which is 9, and Christian is 8. And they was both diagnosed with autism early on, like 2, 3.
I know for the longest time we didn't have any talking at all. They couldn't tell us something as simple as "I love you," because that's one of the things that we worry about. Will they be able to take care of themselves? Will they be able to deal with, people who want to hurt them? Can they tell us or tell anyone else if something is wrong?
I've dealt with domestic violence for over 12 years, I'm sure even more, but I have raised a family of 5 children. I dealt with the flip side of addiction, where I was being accused and I was being jumped on because of the fact that if I didn't have money in the house to feed my husband's addiction, he would come in and want to fight. And there was nothing that I really could do to change it, but pray and have other people in our corner to hope that he would get the help that he needed. And unfortunately, when that help came, it was too late for us in our marriage. I had to move on for our children's sake, because I didn't want them to see all of what was going on.
If you were designing a way to raise the most money to give to the most people in Birmingham, I guarantee you the United Way is the way you would do it.
We had some training at Pathways with a group of first-time campaign coordinators, and it was a neat experience. We toured the facility and really saw the impact that a United Way agency has.
I think that it's a neat connection that y'all are coming to Pathways from the Birmingham News, because we're neighbors, and that's kind of what United Way is about, is neighbors helping neighbors. Pathways has actually been a United Way agency for over 20 years. We started as a small shelter to provide supportive services and overnight housing for women and children. We have a day center here where women can come in, get a hot meal, get clothes. They can talk to a social worker. They can get resources and be connected to resources, visit our Pride shop, and while they're here, hopefully get a sense of hospitality and of relief from the crisis that they're in.
We have people like the Y and Arc of Jefferson County who are there for us to help teach our children how to cope with life's needs, how to eat, how to tie your shoe, how to deal with conflict with your peers, things like that people think, they don't think about it, but United Way gives these agencies the money to hire the staff, to have the facilities to help children like ours do something as simple as play.
The United Way is a big help, like Victoria said, to us. And if you think about it, there are folks out there with situations more severe and kids more severe than ours.
Oh, definitely.
We actually, a few years ago, had a woman in shelter who had lost her job as a teacher in another state and came to us. We helped her get certified to teach in Alabama, and she's up for tenure this year. So it is, when I say it's an economic issue, it doesn't mean it's strictly a poverty issue, because you can have bad credit and lose your job at a lot of different levels. And if you don't have a safety net with your family or savings or a spouse, you may really find yourself homeless.
I was going through a divorce and lost the home that my husband and I tried to maintain together, or had maintained together, and it was more than I could manage on my own. I had moved into Pathways on South Side with my daughters, 3 teenagers, and May of 2005.
We hear a lot of stories about people who were United Way donors one year and using United Way services the next.
And it's funny that after all these years, I work with United Way and work as a loan executive, and then so many years later, I come to a point where I actually need the services that United Way provides to so many agencies.
The good news is they're probably United Way donors again. I mean, that's the great thing about what we do, is that we then see these families and these women leave the other end of the program with some savings, with some confidence, with a plan for how their children are going to progress, and we get to watch them go back out into the community and start making a difference themselves.
I have come full circle with my life in that I was once a guest in need of services, and now I'm one of the employees that basically gives the same services to others in need like I was at one point.
For us, that's the great investment of United Way, is that you're not investing in a shelter bed tonight. That is certainly what you're paying for, but you're investing in seeing this family back out in the community, in seeing this mom sitting next to you at a desk, in seeing these kids graduate from high school, and making our community a better place.
And all you have to do is go just a few blocks from here at the Birmingham News in almost any direction, and you can see that they're great institutions doing wonderful things for people. Pathways, the YWCA, First Light.
It connects us with a whole family of agencies. So we know the folks at AIDS Alabama, or at Alethea House, or at Child Care Resources, because we're part of the same network. We know each other from meetings, we know each other from campaign rallies, we know each other from all the United Way connections, in addition to being a resource for each other.
And the United Way, with the fundraisers they do and the money they get in to help out the other organizations, to help these kids and the adults and parents, words can't really describe it.
Yeah. For what United Way does in funding groups like this and social services that have these types of needs, it's a godsend.
And it could be you, it could be me, it could be any of us and people that we love.
I guess that's what we're all in it for. I mean, I guess that's really what United Way's about, is that, yes, I give because my child goes to Girl Scouts, or because my son's in the daycare at the YW, or whatever it is that is your personal connection. But you also give because you know that you could need this service.
Yeah, I guess going through the United Way training has left me with a new appreciation of what the donations do. It's really our dollars helping our community.
I urge everyone to give whatever they can to United Way, because they never know, the little they give, how much it helps out someone else down the line.
The more money people give to United Way, the more programs are out there for parents like us.
We get to see these beautiful, shining moments. And I hope that you understand how important your gift is in making each of those moments happen.
The decisions for where the money goes is made here, and the fundraising is all done here, and it's really Birmingham giving to Birmingham.
And I know nothing else but to give back, because if I don't do that, I'm not effective in my life.
So when you give to United Way, it helps our kids shine a little bit more brighter, and it just gives them the opportunity to fit in with typical peers.
It gives them a bright future. Thank you.
Be careful.
Okay, say. Just one.